Okay, now.
I don't know. Fuck you, Willy Wonka.
I hope I still look pretty. I got my stitches. Penny got me good. All right.
Julia, congratulations on the win. This was a long time coming in getting to the UFC. Was this everything it lived up to?
It was amazing. I still feel on cloud nine. I feel like it's so surreal. I'm gonna wake up any minute, even after the fight. So it might have been a long time coming, but there's still a long time for me to be here. So I'm just gonna ride the wave, man.
It seemed like you had a lot of fun this week, and even in the cage, it looked like you and Penny were having a great time out there as you guys are punching each other in the face. Is that accurate? Did you feel that way in the cage?
Oh, it was wonderful. I called it from the beginning. I knew we were going to beat the hell out of each other, and there's so much respect there. That girl's got a hell of a jab, and I know she respected me. She might have taunted me a little bit, but I think we had a good exchange in there. It was a lot of fun.
Are you surprised you didn't get the finish?
I think I dropped her a couple of times. I wanted to play with my prey a little bit. So I wanted to show that I was a well-rounded fighter. So there were a couple of times that I did drop her, and I know I could have finished it, but I wanted to showcase my ground skill. Obviously, it's not that great because I didn't get the finish, but hey, it's all good. Where was I? I was playing on the slots, and then here at New York, and I was like, hey, that's an earthquake. And I stood up, and my husband threw a fit, and he's like, we're all gonna die. And I was like, everyone, no, we're okay, just stay away. I instructed people on safety, and then I put on my Instagram, proper earthquake etiquette.
Can you explain why you know so much about earthquakes?
Oh, I know so much about earthquakes because I have my degree in geology, and I interned as a seismologist for the USGS. And I did a little bit of programming with my internship. Or I'm sorry, it wasn't for the USGS, but I worked with in college. So that was only a summer. I'm not an expert by any means, but yeah, I'm a geologist. So.
And you work for an oil company?
Yes, I work for an oil company now, and that's my day job. That's what I continue to be. And on Monday, my coworkers are going to need maps, so that's what I'm going to be doing.
It's a pretty good idea.
It's a wonderful idea. Welcome to Full Reptile Radio.
In the media
den
room. Media tent, not media room.
It is a tent. Right.
Yeah. It's getting in some pretty promising positions, and then nothing's
Exactly.
really
Yeah. Yeah. It's like 4 hooks in. Could have had mount, but he stepped back into side. I think he knew if he went into mount, he'd have been booked off.
Yeah.
That's such an unnatural position for Nurdaev to be in. I don't know, man. I won't be surprised if Nurdaev comes out strong.
He's going to try on his feet.
Yeah, but I don't think he's not going to put everything into his punches. Breakdancer.
Dan Hardy here, different room to usual.
Are you filming that?
Yeah, no.
Just tell people if you're filming.
How you doing?
Good, man, good. They won't let me in the arena tonight. Joe Rogan stole my credentials.
Did you watch this fight with Antonio Carlos Jr.? Because it was another first round submission as well. Did you look at that fight and say I could probably do that too?
Oh yeah, I studied him a good amount with my coaches, and yeah, I saw that fight, and that opportunity came up exactly.
What did you two say to each other after the fight? I saw you walk up to him. It looked like it was all positive.
Yeah, I told him, it's all respect. I respect what he does. He's in the army. He was in the army too. I respect him. That's it. Just respect. It's never personal for me. It's a business for me. I go in there, and that when you talk like that, it motivates you to perform better. And at the end of the day, we're 2 humans going back to our families.
Something I noticed in that he tapped right away. Did you know that the rear naked choke was locked?
Yeah, once I snuck in, I got it with my forearm deep. I felt it. I felt him tapping, but the ref stopped it after a couple of taps.
obviously, I'm assuming you didn't come up with any injuries or anything. Are you looking to get back in there right away and continue this momentum?
Yeah, I let my management handle that, but I usually like getting like 3 to 4 fights a year.
Yeah.
So,
plus it's the summer. I'm sure
yeah,
you want
it's
to
the
go
summer.
enjoy yourself.
I'm enjoy it, but I take like usually a week off after my fights, and then I'm back to training. I'm never off for a long time. I'm all constantly in the gym, so I'm improving every time.
Perfect, just the way we hoped it would go. So he got to open him up with some punches and then took him down just like we hoped for. So it went perfect. Vegas is like where he likes to fight. It's close. It's pretty much local for us, so no travel concerns or anything like that. And they're always putting the big cards here, so it's great motivation for him. So we love it here.
And what's your role in the process?
So I'm one of his jiu-jitsu coaches. So I'm the head coach for Muscle Farm, which is one of the gyms he trains at. So he's at Glendale Fight Club and at Muscle Farm, and I run the program there. We focus more specifically on grappling and submissions, jiu-jitsu, and all that good stuff. And yeah, his game is coming along amazing. So I think people are going to start realizing how sharp he is everywhere.
Thank you so much.
So, obviously, this card tonight has massive implications on your career, right? Yeah. So, who do you think is going to win first? I know you just answered all this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hope John Jones keep the belt.
Yeah.
Can keep my belt clean. When I'll be there.
How many more times are you going to fight before you think you get to John?
I hope more 2 fights is enough. I'm ready already, but I have to respect the ranking there.
Yeah, for real.
Beat 2 more guys.
And who do you think that's going to be out of who?
I don't know. Anyone. Top 10.
You ready?
Yeah, of course. English. Everybody in the world, almost everybody, speaking English. Like English is a universal language. Then it's good to promote. Everybody can understand me. I can promote myself. I can find more fun. Then this is good.
How long did it take for you to be comfortable that you didn't need a translator?
I think I started speaking English 1 year ago.
Oh wow.
I still learn. Maybe I need more 3 months to be.
It's improving. Like even over the last couple months, you've improved.
Yeah, because I keep studying every day.
Yes, yeah. That's good. Do you watch any American TV just to learn?
Yeah, I have a lot of American friends, English friends. Then I talk with a lot of English people, And I study my cell phone as well. A lot of exercise, Then this is enough, I think.
That's great.
I know you said that you're going to change up how you celebrate now. You're not going to do some crazy dances, maybe not the worms. Did you ever get teased by friends back home for getting injured for your celebration?
I don't need to change my celebration. The doctor fixed my shoulder. Now I can celebrate it properly.
Yeah. You're going to do it again?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Has Dana White told you to stop?
He told, but I don't hurt myself again. No way.
Johnny, you're known for dancing into the cage. It's a big show. Have you always been like that since you were an amateur, or is this something newer in your career?
Amateur? How amateur?
You always dance when we see you. Were you like that when you were an amateur also? When you start your career to dance when you walk to the cage?
I start my career in professional. I don't be amateur. Then I start dancing the same way when I start professional fight. I feel good energy. I just want to express myself and send good energy for everybody that watch the fight. And I feel great. Then I will keep going like this.
Are you influenced by anyone like Michael Jackson or anyone like that?
Yeah, when I'm younger, I watch a lot of Michael Jackson. He's great.
Can you do the moonwalk?
Maybe.
What music do you like to listen to get in the locker room? What music do you listen to get ready?
Before the fight?
Yeah.
Man, good music to give me some motivation, good songs. I listen a lot of different styles, just good music.
So when you're talking about expressing yourself, how hard was it to not be able to fight for those 2 months and not have that expression?
Say again, please?
You said fighting is how you express yourself. So when you were injured, how frustrating, how hard is it to not be able to fight?
Yeah, man, I told you my last 2 months after my surgery is the worst month of my life because I can do nothing. Because I was born for this. I I feel so great when I train hard. Then I have like fights coming up, you know, it's good motivation. Then when I stop myself, you know, I feel so sad. It's frustrating me.
You're here in Vegas, and obviously you're not fighting tonight. But are you going to enjoy yourself a little bit more tonight, or how closely are you going to watch that main event?
Yeah, I will pay attention to the main events. I am enjoying myself every day. You know, I was happy. I come to pay attention to the events. Maybe after the event I can go into some party and enjoy a little bit because I'm leaving Monday, and I will start my camping training in Thailand. Then yeah, I'll try and enjoy a little bit.
Do you have a party lined up for tonight?
I don't have nothing yet. Maybe you know some good way to go.
Is there a card you're looking to return on at an event, a UFC event that you're looking to fight on?
My what?
You said you're going to be ready to go soon. As far as a fight, is there any cards you're looking at that you'd like to fight on?
Yeah, I would like to fight in UFC Abu Dhabi, but I'm not sure. I will know Monday after the UFC. Monday I will know where I will fight against who.
Who do you think you'll fight?
Maybe Corey Anderson in UFC Abu Dhabi, but it's not 100%.
Okay. You mentioned Thailand. How's the gym doing?
It's doing good, but I don't know if I'll keep living in Thailand. Maybe my next camp I'll do my camp there, my next one. Then I think I will move to or China or move to Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
Are there particular gyms here in Vegas that you're considering?
No, because the UFC PI, then I'll look for another gym as well.
Did you feel the earthquake?
Feel what?
Did you feel the earthquake yesterday?
Feel what? Yeah. First time, it's crazy. I never been in a place with the earth shake like this. Then yeah, it's crazy.
Where were you when it happened?
Just something hit my head. I don't know. Like it's crazy. I never feel, man.
Where were you? Were you in a hotel?
I'm the half the fun.
Hall of Fame ceremony.
Yeah. The ceremony. It's crazy.
So marshmallow.
Marshmallow and popcorn.
And Doritos with salsa verde.
Nice. Yeah, marshmallow, man. We were moving. We moved desks.
We were.
So that's
It was
why
hard to catch, but
we were ready for marshmallow and we were willing him on. But unfortunately, that takedown just secured it. Didn't it? That was it. That's all she wrote.
I didn't actually see the finish.
Oh man, the guy who was fighting is off the contender series on 9-0. 8 first round finishes. Unfortunately, Jack Marshall was no different, my man.
Wow.
But it's
How did it? What was the finish?
rear naked.
Rear naked. Oh shit.
But it was good. I mean, the thing is,
It was quick, man. Because I remember it started. I was moving desks, and then looked up and just seen him walking around like that. Oh, shit.
Marshman threw some nice combos, man. At first, like they both threw. And I think if Marshman would have landed, then yeah, all day. But the problem is, look at Marshman as I think he was a para. I'm sure he was. I did one of his banners once, so I used the para logo, so I know he's a para. That's tough, and that is physical and mental toughness. The problem is, when you've got the skill set of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, mental toughness don't mean shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's a time when you just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like I had to study. I never studied so much that much in my life. You know, like you have to know the codes and you have to really study the game.
Is there a book of all the codes that they use?
Yes, I have a whole book of like everything I wrote down. Yeah, it's big. I feel like I fought a great fight. You know, a lot of new tools. You know, I did what I've been doing for the last 2 months. I've been working my ass off, working so hard. You know, and I showed a lot of evolution today in my striking, and I added that to my game. My ground and my wrestling is still here, and I can't wait to get back in there with whoever's ready.
I just wanted to ask you a little bit about your tattoos as well. I noticed.
Okay.
Could you just explain to me where you got them and what they represent to you?
Okay. So, my family, it's Native Indian. You know, my grandpa was Indian, Native Indian.
So nice of you.
And I kind of added birds protecting the Indian here. It means like my mom, all the women in my family that it's been trying to become good people and badass people in life, you know. And down here, protection, you know, that flower with the compass means that I left my house really young to try to become somebody in life, and I don't know when I'm coming back or if I am ever coming back to where I'm from, you know. And this is the sign of equality, you know. We all the same. We all gonna die the same.
Josh Cohen, ESPN South Florida. This is the biggest card of the year. This is International Fight Week. The world emerges and converges upon Las Vegas for tonight. This is the moment in the night that everyone's been waiting for. I think a lot of people are expecting Amanda Nunes to roll versus Holly Holm. I think that might be the fight of the night. That one may be the surprise in which folks get more than they paid for. I think a lot of people are expecting Amanda Nunes to roll versus Holly Holm. I think that might be the fight of the night. That one may be the surprise in which folks get more than they paid for.
What about Masvidal Askren? That's been highlighted as like kind of the one to watch. What's your opinion on that one?
Yeah, that's a matchup between two guys that don't seem to like each other very much. And I wouldn't be surprised if that fight got aggressive early and got violent. Both of whom don't mind getting violent. That could be the fight of the night in which this crowd in this city explodes.
Well, coming to this fight was crazy, you know, 3 opponents changing and, you know, that roller coaster of emotions inside, like, you know, if you don't want to fight, they don't call you, you're still cutting weight, but I'm so glad I keep all my shit together and I'm able to be here today and perform, and I will take anything that UFC put in front of me, you know. If somebody called me out, let's do it. I already called some people out, so really, I don't believe in chasing people out. If the UFC throw me something, let's do it. I will be prepared for any challenge.
And your tattoos, man, I like your tats. Do they mean anything? Or
well, yeah, okay, this arm, I got my 2 kids, my daughter, my son, I got Jesus Christ, flowers. Then I'm saving my hand for my little daughter that is, you know, is growing up, so she's too little. And then here I got 4 flowers. Each of them got my grandpa's and grandma's name. A machete in the middle because this is when I came from. Then, you know, the snake, I like the snake tattoo, but don't be a fucking snake. Then I got the spider, you know. If I hit you with that one, you're gonna get the poisoned lighting. I'm always following the light at the end of the tunnel. And then I got Team Oyama sign, the team I represent, a black flower, and a cock. I have a big cock. And then my grandpa used to be a big a cockfighter, like he have a lot of. He breed them, and then this represents my fighting roots. And then, oh fuck, I got a huge dragon in my leg. I got a wolf, but those are just looks, don't mean it.
That's great, man.
Cool, my brother.
Thanks again, bro.
Thank you.
Time to get some more tattoos.
Oh,
so what's next?
I
saw your leg. I saw you got loads on your leg.
I got an appointment on Tuesday for keep finishing my dragon.
Right.
Then I would try to don't touch anything until I finish this fucking dragon, because like I'm like in between, I'm like patching, and then I'm like fuck, I need the spaces. So I would try to handle my shirt.
Finish that one first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have only like until here of the black, so I need all blacks and them all color. So I would take a fucking while.
Yeah, man.
And then I want myself to make.
Yeah.
But I will wait. I will be patient. I'm young, you know. Maybe
you got
3 years I like something else.
You got some time.
But you know, I fucking like that too, my brother.
Congratulations, man. Good to see you. Awesome.
Come in, Dan. Owen's already here.
We'll start with the beverages.
No idea.
A shrimp smoothie.
A shrimp smoothie?
Yeah.
Look at that. In the UFC media room. That's not bad, to be fair.
Not bad to be
fair. Quite high end.
Quite high end.
Would you not agree?
Yeah, I normally have a flipping prawn cocktail in an old wine glass.
So what's this?
That is a beef empanada.
Like, I don't know what that is.
It's like a Cornish pasty.
You know?
With what? I don't know anything about food really, other than.
I hate to ruin the adventure. You know, a little sign just there told you what it is.
Yeah, I understand that.
You don't know what an empanada is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got beef in it.
Cornish pasty, dude. Fancy one.
So a beef Cornish pasty.
Fancy as shit.
What do you think's in it?
Mini chicken taquitos.
What the hell?
They're little rolls.
This is actually mad. Chicken in there, yeah?
Oh, I hope so.
Here we go. Single leg. Casey's taking his back, choking a bit. What's this? Look at that control he's got on the leg. He's going to be back to the side. Is that right leg's already inside?
Yeah. Here he goes. And there you go.
I'm overstirring my coffee. I'm so excited. I'm doing a mystery on it. Oh shit.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Yeah. Diego won't tap.
No.
We're gonna see how the arms broken here, aren't we?
No, it's made of Twizzlers, so it's alright. That's part of the juju. Yeah. I've got a couple of minutes of craziness. Yeah, 3:49.
You watch him do his squats across the arms.
Yeah.
That'll be his middle name.
Squats for yeah. Said everyone's gonna think he's doing the big crazy over the years.
That's it. We know.
Yeah, we know.
We know, Mike.
And now you know.
Yeah. How many people do you think on that?
It's common. The thing is, Diego's so tough and takes such a beating.
Yeah. Just doesn't stop. That's how when Ozone fought him, do you remember?
Yeah.
Jesus. Smashed him across the cage. You gotta respect that, man. You have got to respect that.
Then Mark's like,
it's at least once a week, right?
What not to say on the
It's at least
come
once
back
a
in.
week, right?
Come back in. It's alright. It's alright.
We should document this.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah, I do it for you.
Just a patrol.
Robbie, let's go to the tripods because that's what people do to me back there. I'm just gonna just like
No, I quite comfortable.
I find it acceptable, so I'm gonna do that.
Holy shit, now let's talk. I'm out in the dry as hell. What's up, guys? How we doing? Good.
Mike, have you been able to sort of soak all this in? You know, a year ago you talked about it, the cut to 55, and you come up here and get a great win. Has that hit you yet? Just how quickly you turn things around?
You know, yeah, it has. I mean, I said it before, man. Last year was so tough for me. Everything with Brooklyn and the missed weight cut, losing to Pettis, especially losing here. I love Las Vegas. I love fighting here. This place is feeling more and more like home. I'll never leave Spokane, Washington, but I love fighting in Las Vegas. I love the fans. I love the environment. This is just where I enjoy fighting most. So it just feels good to get that back. A year ago today was the lowest point of my professional career. And I can honestly say that that day is long gone. It's the best version of myself. I'm in the right weight class, making the right decisions with my career. It feels really good to be up here talking to you guys, man. It's surreal.
You almost had the submission a couple times. Was there ever a point you were worried you might overexert yourself?
Yeah, I think the first submission attempt I got a little too ahead of myself, and it's something we went over with in the back. The chances of me submitting Diego Sanchez are very slim, especially with the choke. As you saw, anytime I would try to go hooks in and stretch, he just had a good way of just kind of shrinking himself and just kind of slipping out. So I really had to ride the wrist really hard. I did kind of go for, I had like one decent kind of Kimura attempt. I knew if I was going to submit him, it would be with some type of 2-on-1 hammer lock of some sort. I didn't expect to maybe get one like I did against Condit, but I knew if I was going to get the finish, it'd be with ground and pound. And he, dude, he's Diego Sanchez. He's tough as hell. You know what I mean? Oh no. Fuck. Well, that's fucking awful. Well. Anyways, fuck.
You said about a year ago was like the low point of your career. What was it that happened?
Just everything, you know what I mean? The Brooklyn incident, missing weight, losing to Anthony. You know, I remember sitting in the back here at T-Mobile. I remember the fight getting over and going back in the locker room, and I was just by myself. There was nobody there. My team was kind of tied up. I kind of beat everybody in the locker room, but there was no other fighters. There was no other coaches. There was no commissioners. There was just nobody. I remember going back to that locker room and sitting just, I don't know how long it was. It could have been 1 minute, could have been a half an hour. But I just remember sitting in that locker room like all by myself and just everything just like piling down on me and just being like, how did this happen? You know what I mean? I train hard. I take my career very serious. And I just remember, like I said, I don't know if it was a minute, I don't know if it was an hour. I just remember sitting back in the locker room by myself at T-Mobile, just wondering how this all happened. And it was a lot. I mean, it was a lot for me to overcome and get to where I'm at here today, talking to you guys. I had to push myself to my absolute limit, fighting Diego Sanchez to get a win. I'm very blessed, very thankful. And those are the types of, you know, like I was telling you, what I went through last year at this exact time, you got to remember days like that, because you just got to remember where you don't want to be. I will remember that moment for the rest of my life and cling on to it and keep it dear to my heart, because I know I'll never let myself get back to that point ever again. So I'm just very blessed to be where I'm at.
What was this week like for you going through it, doing the cut from 170? I mean, how much did you really even have to?
It felt really good because, like I said, like the last fight against Carlos Condit, change is very scary for anybody, and that's not just in fighting, that's in life. Making changes in your life is it's a scary thing to do, you know. So not only am I going into foreign territory, being 2 straight losses in my whole career, I've usually lost one and rebounded with 2 or 3 wins, you know, losing 2 in a row, then deciding to make that jump up. I didn't really get soaking in against Condit. I was just very stressed out. I was very nervous. You know, even going into the weight cut, I was still like expecting it to be as bad as it was against Anthony. Whereas this fight week, I was just like, dude, this is cake. I feel good. Like, this is how fighting should feel. Like, I can't believe I spent so much of my career killing myself to make 55. But when you're in the rankings and you're a couple wins away from title contention, that's hard to walk away from. So it took me getting 2 losses in a row to make that decision. Did I want it to go that way? No, absolutely not. But I made the change, took the leap of faith, and now I'm just enjoying this so much more than I ever have. And I feel like this extended my fighting career. I feel like now I can really, before I didn't really see myself fighting past like 33, 34. Now I'm like, fuck yeah, man. I can fight to 38, you know what I mean? Like, this, if I'm fighting in this weight class, I can feel this good. Going through my fight weeks with this kind of confidence, like, I could do this for a long time.
Speaking of Diego, all this week he's trying to get in your head, he's making these faces. How much do you, like that going through with Diego, and Diego being Diego, and what did he say to you afterwards?
I went up to him and said, you know, you always had my respect. Never, I know that he was saying things in the media like I disrespected him and I was calling him an old man and all that stuff. I never said anything derogatory about the guy, aside from the fact that he's weird. But I think even he knows that. Dude, he's tough as hell. I'm a 31-year-old guy in his prime, and I had to push myself to my limits to beat him. That says a lot, you know what I mean? And you want to talk about pressure, guys? It's a lot more pressure when everybody's coming to you and they're like, dude, look at the videos of his coach, and I'm hearing all the weird shit they're doing in the back. I heard they were lighting incense and candles and shit, and I'm like, that puts so much pressure on me. I would rather be like, hey, you're fighting this guy who's coached by Mike Brown, Coach of the Year. I'm like, no pressure, dude, that's Coach of the Year. There's nothing. But when it's like, he's going in the fight with this one corner, just doing all this weird fruitcake shit, I'm like, fuck, dude, I cannot lose to this guy, or else I'll never. It's like career suicide almost, you know what I mean? And that's not a shot at Diego. Yeah. But I don't think that a guy like that should be managed by one singular guy that doesn't have, you know, the repertoire of skills that pertain to MMA. So there was some, with all the fruitcake stuff going on, it did actually put some pressure on me. It didn't make it any easier for me. I was very much putting a lot of pressure on myself because of those types of things, but it doesn't change the fact he's tough himself.
I am Tyler McGuire. I'm one of Mike Kies's main training partners, and we're coached by Rick Little. So yeah, it's a big win tonight. The fight, his whole training camp was centered around what he needed to do to take on the uniqueness of Diego. And yeah, the fight went to as planned. And then as far as looking forward, Mike's just wanting to fight somebody with a number next to his name. It doesn't really matter who it is, just top 10, top 15. That's who he's looking for. So.
I am Rick Little. I'm the coach of Michael Chiesa, and the fight went exactly as scripted. We have the right training partners. Our gym is a scrambling gym. I believe we have the best scramblers in the world, us and Team Alpha Male. And sorry, I had cookies. We have the best scramblers in the world. So what we saw is exactly what we trained for. I feel a little bad because I told Mike not to chase too many submissions, and I think he might have been able to get him if he chased him. But you know, when you chase Diego and go get greedy, he'll get on top of you and he'll make you pay. So we played it maybe a little safe, but there's respect for his grappling ability. He's never been tapped, so we addressed that, and we had Mike tying him up. Finally.
Oh my goodness!
Get that down.
Just gonna get to my desk here. It's like I licked a battery. Holy shit!
Just a couple questions. I'm here from the spokesman for you. Spokane.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
hometown.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you hear that?
You kind of said it already, but how are you going to celebrate this win?
I'm going to celebrate this win by just being with my teammates and the guys that helped me get to where I'm at. You know, I'm ready to go back home to Spokane. I miss my dogs. Me and my coach Rick Little, we've spent so much time on the road, dude. We went to Chicago. We went to Texas for a week. We went to Chicago for a week. We came home for a week. We've been here for 2 weeks. We stuck by each other's side for the last 35 days on the road, taking time away from our families to get the job done. Here we are talking to you guys. That's what goes into this. To get one win in the UFC, it takes a lot more than just training in a gym. It takes a lot of camaraderie. It takes a lot of teamwork. It takes a lot of sacrifice. And we're just very blessed to be able to go home. Mission accomplished. We got the win. That's what's most important. Winning is everything in this sport. And me and Rick will do whatever it takes to win. We always have. 11 years together, and we're just very blessed to come home with the win.
Well, Mom.
How about you?
Good.
Thanks, bud. Always. He will? Yeah.
How are you?
Good.
Ready? You thinking about coming back? I heard one of your interviews.
You know me, I'm always talking about it. People are always asking me about it. That's what it is. Yeah. I'd like one more at some point.
Why not, man? For fun. Do it for fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, how are you? For us.
How you doing, man?
Pleased to meet you, man.
I mean, just a podcast with me for Website Radio.
Yeah.
If you ever want to come train with us, man, you know you're welcome.
I'd love to, man.
As always, anytime.
Yeah.
Come and go as you please. It's your home.
Thank you. Thank you.
That'd be awesome.
Are you done for the night now?
Yeah.
Dan Hardy at TriStar.
Next week I'm at
exclusive.
Sacramento, right? You there?
Okay. I'm not in Sacramento. No. I'll be Uruguay, Vancouver, Mexico City, Copenhagen.
Okay. Oof, traveling a lot, man.
Yeah. Just thinking of all the stuff outside of North America.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind.
You have time to stay fit?
Yeah. I could be better about it, but
It's tough when you travel.
Yeah.
It fucks up everything.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. It's difficult to find time to fit everything. Loving it.
What do you think of Diego Chiesa? Diego's you can't count him out.
He just never stops, does he? He just never stops.
I'm dying to hear what his coach said between rounds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We
That'd be mic'd up, right?
They have
Fly
to
like an eagle.
Oh, he was the spiritual healer guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear the interviews?
No.
I'll try.
Do those eyes again. Just do those eyes
again. It was such a weird interview. I can only paraphrase. Diego was like, he's my strength coach. He's my he's my strength coach. He's my massage. He's my everything. We're like, what? Like, it was one step away from saying, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just like, I was
a beautiful relationship.
If he'd have said he's inside him, that wouldn't have surprised you. He's inside me.
Did you see the Media Day interview that ESPN got with him?
No.
It was
But you have to see, I didn't do it
wild.
justice, man. It was so weird. I was like, what did he just say? But no, what did he say that way?
He was being really strange. Like, I don't think Ariel even asked him a question. It was like
20 minutes.
It was like 10 minutes of him just talking about like himself and his spirit and these really unique metaphors. It was just like, what's going on?
Diego is a unique
my coach
metaphor.
He never trained MMA fighters before. He never done that. You know? But there's something about the jungla, like they train jungle army. But then you see the video, it's just him like, he's talking, this is what his coach is like. Look, I'm gonna punch him in the body. I'm like, but look, don't get mad. And I'm like, what? I was like, what did I just see? Like, I couldn't understand what I was watching.
Did you see him slapping the heavy bag?
No.
He was just sort of slapping the heavy bag and then...
Who was
walking
slapping the
past-
heavy bag?
Diego's coach. But he'd sort of tap it out of the way and then just... like a kid at a playground. A kid who can't move a punch bag and he's like... Swing. Okay. And then you're like, he's a coach. To an OG.
Did you see him in the octagon yesterday at the weigh-ins?
No.
He was doing like
this.
Like doing this
No.
kind of
Have you
stuff.
got
He
the
had the
footage?
scarf
They
around
gotta
him.
be
I've just got a
pumped.
little bit of footage.
They gotta be pumped.
Just in the middle.
Yeah, he was spinning around in circles.
That's not a normal substance, dude.
Hang on a minute, let me find this video.
Oh my god.
Secrets. I can confirm. What's the next step? What's the next step? What is too far?
No far's too far with Diego. Check him in his rest up.
Oh, that's Diego.
Yeah.
I thought it was his coach because Diego
That's
doesn't.
him.
He's doing some kind of energy thing.
Yeah.
He was in there for about 20 minutes.
I think someone told him if he flaps his arms
then he
hard
goes
enough, he
down.
could be a bird.
And he goes, there's a moment. He's a unique individual, right?
I saw him do that when he was fighting BJ Penn at the weigh-in. He was doing like this weird, like, and he was wearing dark sunglasses.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
And then
So I was
BJ
like,
Penn clipped him in 15 seconds and he was like, I'm back in America. No, that's
unbelievable.
Yeah. He's a crazy dude.
So he was punching the guy, then caressing his cheek, and then they cut to a clip. They cut to a clip
You
of
can't
like,
say that casually.
They cut to a clip of like soldiers like kneeling and saying like I don't know what they
Like
were
a
saying.
stress position.
But he's not in that picture. But it was trying to give the impression that he's the leader of that army. But you never see him leading the army. All you saw was a clip. He's training like some soldier in a room, and then they cut to the army. You know, the
Is it
jungle
like a
army.
bad propaganda video?
It seemed like a bad propaganda. Like I swear to God.
Diego's in a bad propaganda.
No, Diego wasn't in the video. He was promoting his trainer.
I wanted him to be in like. Have you seen the videos of those guys remaking like Predator and stuff? There's a guy in Africa that does it, and he gets guys with like toy guns and they'll shoot each other and then they'll cut to like a fake explosion and they're remaking Predator.
Is it like that?
Yeah, exactly like that.
If we're placing bets, Scientology's next.
Maybe.
I think Scientologists would be telling him to be like, calm down a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, good yourself.
Yeah, healthy though.
Yeah, I feel good. Just got a little sore shin, just friction. Yeah, the gloves were a bit shit today.
Were they?
They had to cut them up because this one was cutting. No, this one was cutting the blood off. So I had to cut the whole here, and it was numb. And this one was too tight. Yeah,
What reps did you have? What kind of reps?
Bondi, house level. Just a canvas.
Maybe just punch too hard.
Yeah, maybe. I hope that's the case. I don't know. I never had that, like the friction to the skin.
Yeah.
I had it.
You had quite a big lump.
Yeah, I've had it when I've had gloves and I haven't wrapped my hands in it. Never like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's the friction of the inside of the glove.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah.
How's your night going here?
All good, man. Yeah, just hanging out, enjoying.
You out there, like, in the studio, just back here.
I'll just wander around and do what I like. I'm hanging out with these guys at the moment. Just filming some stuff for YouTube.
I see you got is it the challenge or
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
challenge. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was. I got a Mustang because I come here the weekend.
Oh, have you?
So I went. No, I took it back.
All right.
I got it the Saturday and Sunday. It was pretty fun, but it was. I think it was base model.
Yeah,
and,
you got to challenge your charge next time. We leave on Monday night, so we've got tomorrow, and then
So it has like track mode. You can like toggle the settings. I didn't know until the day I had to take it back. It was like I had it in drag mode. It was like, oh shit, now we're talking. Yeah.
Now we've been driving this. Driving this Challenger around all week. Love it.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I saw a picture of it. I like that.
Every time I come to Vegas, I do it. I try to get a nice car.
Someone's got one in out my window in the car park. You can see it. It's like an old Firebird. I think it's like 70s or something.
Yeah. There's one on the roof here.
So, oh, gotta go. Good to see you guys.
See you, mate. See you later.
Dad,
cool.
Are you off? Okay, I'll be there in a second. Yeah, so obviously when he was fighting GSP, it's just blew my fucking mind, man. You imagine? But yeah, it's good. But thank you very much. I'll send some stuff out.
Okay.
Fraz is going to come on the podcast.
Yeah,
Fraz
whatever you
is
guys
coming
want.
on the podcast.
Yeah, sure, 100%. 100%.
Jan's good because he'll just sit and hold Brock hold off, and let Brock hold, fill his arms up with blood, burn him out, and just keep chipping away with those knees to the body. Then he'll break off and start to beat him. Oh, he's done. Oh, he's done.
Someone go and grab him. Someone go and grab him.
It's at least once a week, right?
What not to say on the...
It's at least
come
once
back
a
in.
week.
Come back in. It's alright. It's alright.
We should document this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Just a patrol.
Robbie, let's go to tripods because that's what people do to me back there. I'm just gonna just like put it out there.
I quite like the book.
I find it acceptable, so I'm gonna do that.
Congratulations, Jan. Certainly one of the biggest wins of your career. Give us the idea what the emotion is like after that result.
I'm happy, you know, great. I feel just great, you know, I cannot believe it, what's happening right now. But I believe the biggest win is still somewhere in the future.
Yeah. You called the left hook finish. You said that's how you're going to get it done. What did you know? How did you foresee that?
No, I see this the left hook when I prepare for this battle in my dreams, when I do my mentality training. So I just believe in that I can hit him this left hook. I watch how Bisping do this in his fight 10,000 times. So I just know it will come.
You're never a big talker, but after it, I saw you pointed down to your foot, you know, kind of in reference to the face-off, of course, at the media day. So, give an idea, I mean, was this an emotional thing for you? I mean, was this personal for you?
Because when you do face-off, a few days before fight, he said, you've got small feet, yeah? I say, I don't know why he said that, and I say to him that he gonna feel it in the fight, my feet. And in the last of the first round, he feel it.
Very nice. And you said afterwards, you said, hey, there were rumors that he's going to get a title shot now. You didn't exactly make a strong case. You just said, yeah, maybe I deserve a title shot. So make the case now. Tell us why you deserve the next title shot.
I don't know. I think I deserve. I beat Luke Lockhart. He's a great fighter. I knock him out. So maybe I would like to, you know. I'm 56 years old, so now is the best time for me.
Yeah, and just one from me. After the fight, it showed you on TV saying something to Dana White through the cage. What were you saying?
I just asked him, did he like my fight? And he said that he liked it, and I just say him that I'm proud and I can be part of the UFC. That's it.
What about a turnaround? Obviously, a massive win for you tonight, but are you carrying any injuries from this?
No, nothing. Like after the fight, some scratches, something, but nothing serious.
Jan, straight ahead. The kick you landed right at the end of the first round really seemed to have Rockhold rattled. When you came out for the second, could you tell that kick had still affected him?
I think so, yes. I see this in his eyes. He go down, he was a little bit dizzy. My coach says to me that he's hurt, but be careful, put pressure on him, he's yours. So I just did it.
And in that first round, did you see any tells with him that opened him up for that hook that you eventually landed in the second? Did you see indications of that opportunity in the first round?
I look this left hand all the time, but it will come in second. That was my plan, you know, to hit him the left hand.
Jan, that was his over here. That was his first fight at light heavyweight. Did he feel strong? Did he feel any weaker, stronger than anybody he faced?
I think so, yes, because I said this before fight that in 205 is different cardio, different conditioning, different timing, and I think so. He feel it that it's much different. But the sparring is different, fight is different.
Did he do anything that surprised you? Did he stun you at all and feel any power from him?
No, he did it. That's what we think he's gonna exactly do. Yeah.
Jan over here on your right. Obviously, there's a lot of action in the light heavyweight division. There's Johnny Walker, there's Dominic Reyes. You have been at the top of the division for a while. What do you think is next for you?
And I think I come back to the top of the division and someone from the top.
Did you see the main event and what were your thoughts on the fight? How did you score it?
Yeah, John Jones win the fight, but it was a great fight. Thiago showed his best and it was nice to watch the fight. That's all? So, thank you.
Oh my
Hey, he might be dead. He looked like he might be dead. Yeah. Yeah.
Just add him to the list.
Right? Oh my.
My God.
Nice game, Red.
That's another company.
Yeah, I'm actually frightened because
He's out there, 1, 2, and then a quick chat. Boosh! Fuck, man. Filth. Is he going till the ref stops it, right? Look at him, he's on a camber. He's man. Oof. You know, if the octagon was 10 foot bigger, his head would have come off.
Oh! Hit that massive big one, man.
Got to though, right?
Yeah.
Steve's going to carry him back to the room like a baby.
He didn't even he didn't even do anything.
Yo, take a bow, sir. Yo, listen to that.
Nice to say, don't say it. So we're gonna skip back questions.
Jorge, the opening move, was this something that you had planned? Did you feel it in the moment? Did you anticipate him shooting? Why the flying knee?
Because he's a bum.
But let's take a look at it here. Did you know that he was going to try to duck down? Because as you timed that,
He felt so awkward.
perfect a flying knee as has ever been executed on planet Earth.
Jesus.
That dude was talking wild, man. You know, I had to show him that there's consequences sometimes. There's some bad motherfuckers out there. You don't want to wake them up. You should have kept your mouth shut. I'm about to beat you.
Should have kept your mouth shut.
I'm so happy though. I do thank God to get through this journey. I'm coming for that belt. I don't know who's fighting next to it.
Fastest knockout in UFC history, and clearly a fight that was very personal to you. So along the way, you've had some great wins. Where does this one rank all time out of all your accomplishments?
Wasn't personal, man. I just don't like the dude. I knew how to get inside his head, and that's it, man. You know, it's nothing personal for me. It's just business. I'm here to get these checks, get paid, and make sure that I put enough money away for my kids to go to university, so that belts was next. And I'm glad I got to end that dude, man.
You started with flying knees before. I mean, was there a decision that you thought you could knock him out with it, or is that just the way you wanted to start the fight? I mean, why was that the initial move?
He's so predictable, man. He's a scrub. But a part of me just wanted to throw it out there so he knew, like, if you do shoot like an idiot, like you only know how to, your head's gonna get clipped, and that would put the brakes on him, and then I'd beat him up for 14 minutes and 30 seconds and execute him. Or, he took the bait. I put my hands behind my back. He probably thought we were gonna fucking patty kick it up or something. I don't know, but he walked right into it.
I saw some criticism. People say the punches weren't really necessary. Maybe
They were super necessary.
Why were they necessary?
What do you mean? Why were they not necessary?
Because he was already knocked out at that point.
But the referee hadn't pulled me off. And my job is to hit somebody till the referee pulls me off. So to those people, I would say maybe don't watch them and maybe go back to soccer.
I saw some other criticisms perhaps of your celebration afterwards. Any regrets at the celebration or your behavior in the cage afterwards?
Man, there's not too many people that I've disliked. I have over 50 pro fights, and he's one of them. He talked about my manhood, talked about my culture, my ethnicity. Where do we draw? Why do certain people get to do stuff online? So you can do anything. Everything is cool before a fight. You're allowed to do and say whatever you want, like other fighters are not doing, talking about people's religions, wife, even kids. That's cool. But after a fight, I'm not allowed to showboat and rub it in your face, so you and guys like you could see it and be like, maybe I don't talk so much shit, because when I cross one of these real motherfuckers, they're gonna make me pay for it, man. They're gonna embarrass the shit out of me. And it's not over for Ben either. He still has to deal with me. If I see him at Whole Foods, I'm gonna still slap that dude up because I don't like him.
The last thing for me, I know after the last fight you thought, I'm gonna get the title shot. You didn't, you took this one. Why now do you believe the title shot will be yours?
It should have been mine, like you said, but I don't know. I'm not gonna sell my soul, man. I know they go around sometimes, you know, telling, oh, you got the title shot of you, and then see who gives them the best deal. I want to get paid for my services. I think I bring a very real thing to this fighting thing, and that's just baptizing people. I'm not God, but I'm putting motherfuckers in another planet when I'm done with them.
Jorge, on Thursday you told the schmo, I'm right over here, you have the head buster, the rib cage destroyer, and the kneecap defibrillator. Is it safe to say you gave Ben Askren the head buster?
He got the head buster with no longer with us clavicle. He got all types of shit. Then he got those punches to the face, you know, because I thought he was gonna get up.
You said you want a title shot next. How soon do you want to get in the octagon with Kamaru Usman?
It could be tomorrow. I'm ready. As you see, I know they said I was in the fight. The rumors are saying that I was in the fight, but I wasn't. A fight is usually longer than 5 seconds, so I wasn't in the fight. No injuries. I'm ready to go tomorrow.
Lastly, from me, did that go exactly how you expected it to go?
Yes and no. My whole vision of this, if you could get inside my head and replay my thoughts, were me beating his ass for 14 minutes and then putting him out like that. I really wanted to hurt him for as long as I could, as much as I could. Destroy his kneecaps, bust his ribs, make him piss blood, and then send him home packing. But you know, I think in a way he got off easy.
Jorge in front. Congratulations.
Thanks, John.
Did you see anything from what Robbie Lawler did in that fight that led you to feel like he would be vulnerable to that move tonight?
Not just the Robbie Lawler fight, his whole career. He's always like, his face is a magnet to crotches. And if you want to try to touch my crotch and you're a dude, there's a heavy toll to pay, man. There's a heavy toll. This crotch ain't for dudes.
And where did you get the dislike for him in the first place? Was it when he came into the UFC, or was it even before that?
Well, now that that the fight is over, because there was a lot of he said, she said, what happened in 2008. He came to the gym, and my coach, Ricardo Laborio, told me, man, this guy's a good wrestler. Don't take him lightly, you know. I kid you not. As soon as we started, I picked him up, slammed him. We scrambled back to a neutral because he could scramble his ass off. We kept going. He couldn't score a takedown. I took him down again, but this is what MMA gloves not throwing hard, you know, just like your measuring chart. I took him down again, to which he had scrambled me and stayed on top of me for like a minute and a half. Didn't submit me, was in my guard, but didn't pass my guard. So when he was putting these comments out there, I was like, man, this guy's a fucking idiot, bro. He has to lie to himself to get himself motivated. You just gave yourself away. You're a bitch, you know? If you gotta be lying about shit like that, you're a bitch. But I'm at American Top Team where dozens of champions come in there throughout the weeks. You don't think I have stories to tell of guys that I've decapitated or put down with a body shot or whatnot? But I don't do that because I'm a man. And we got a code in the gym. This is where we're working. We sharpen our tools and then we display them to the world. He doesn't have those ethics and guidelines. So just from that alone, I was already like, man, he's a weirdo. And then on top, after the wrestling practice, he came by and tried to do some corny ass joke, and it was like me, maybe Jay-Z, Cavalcante at the time, somebody else. We just looked at him like, man, you could just introduce yourself. You don't gotta be a fucking idiot, you know. And since that moment, I never liked him.
And lastly, for me, you have over 50 fights, as you mentioned. Do you think that you're better suited to be a champion now than you would have been when you're young, because you're more mature, you've had more experience in the fight game, and you know better what it takes than maybe you did 5, 8 years ago when you were maybe more physically talented but not as experienced?
No, I'm probably more physically talented right now, man. To tell you the truth.
Really? In what way?
Many ways, man. Some of them I can't talk about them on air. But I'm fucking talented as fuck, man, physically and mentally.
Poirier straight ahead. Dustin Poirier tweeted after your knockout that at dinner last night, Mike Brown and you had talked to him about this being the game plan with the knee, and that Mike Brown had even shown him video of you guys practicing that. So now that the fight's happened, can you kind of tell the story of that and, you know, leading up to it, how long you guys had been contemplating this?
Well, it was in the back of my pocket, like, pull it out whenever you want, George. Mike Brown is like very, especially with me, he kind of just lays out the game plan and do it what you want, you know. We didn't know if I was going to open up with it right away, but we knew I was gonna have it in my back pocket for sure, you know. And I did want to hit him with it in the first round. I didn't know if right off the rip or a minute or two into it, because mainly whether I hit him or miss, it kind of pumps the brakes on wrestlers. Like, whoa, if I shoot in, I could get my face rearranged and look like an idiot on TV. So I definitely wanted to put that out in the first round. I didn't think I was gonna do it right off rip, but he fell for the bait so hard. I could just see how eager he was just to come forward, and so I put my hands behind my back and let him think, come eat. He didn't know it was gonna be a buffet though. He thought it was gonna be a 3-piece. Now you getting the whole fucking MGM Grand buffet to the face, man.
And even if the knee had not landed perfectly, was the idea that that would probably mentally alter his game plan as far as the wrestling focus moving forward, that it would be easier to dictate the pace of the rest of the fight?
Well, three outcomes I thought from the knee. The first one, the second would have been I miss, and the third one would have been I miss, and he grabs my leg and he takes me down, and we scramble right away, and he finds out I can't hold this guy down. And I was cool with all 3 of those scenarios and outcomes. I don't think there's a 4th one, unless somebody can think of one. But those were the outcomes in my head, so I was like, man, these knees are just free from me. I'm not fighting a guy that intends to punch me in the face whatsoever. He's not a mean guy. He doesn't want to punch me in the face. He wants to hug my leg and put his face in my crotch. There's nothing. I can throw all the knees I want. I have nothing to worry about.
Jorge, aquí, a tu izquierda.
Hey, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. En primer lugar, felicitaciones por lo que has hecho. Hace un par de días te preguntaba de que cómo estabas, me decías que muy bien. Y además me decía que estabas muy contento porque decía que le ibas a partir en la cara a un payaso y que encima te iban a pagar por ello, así lo dijiste.
Sí, señor.
Además,
Sí,
estoy
señor.
encantado de hablar en español porque de momento no hubo nadie que te hiciera hablar en tu lengua madre. Y,
Ya tú sabes.
Ya tú sabes, brother. ¿Te imaginabas esto en el mejor de tus sueños?
No en el mejor de mis sueños. En el mejor de mis sueños, yo lo iba a castigar por 14 minutos y enseñarle a él que es un hombre de verdad. Y mi papá está ahí, él es testigo. Mi papá fue el que me dijo, no quiero que hagas eso, yo quiero que acabes con él rápido, para que le enseñes al mundo que tú mejor eres que él. Pero yo en realidad lo quería castigar por 14 minutos. Mi papá es el testigo mío. Ese era mi mejor sueño, que yo lo castigara en 14 minutos y después lo ponía a dormir.
¿Qué es lo siguiente para ti? What is the next for you?
El título.
Título.
El título y hamburguesas.
Hamburguesa. Gracias.
Jorge, over here. Before the fight, did you sense any kind of fear in him? Because I know
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Man, I had that dude spooked out. It was funny to me that he kept saying he's under my skin because I didn't go to a press conference. He was bragging about that I didn't go to a press conference. Let me tell you guys a secret. I could care less to be here, man. If I could be right now In-N-Out Burger and some cheeseburgers and I wouldn't get fined for missing this thing, I'd be gone. No disrespect, because there's a lot of cool motherfuckers in here, bro. But I don't care, especially to fly across the country. I had a little bit of food poisoning and I had staph. The first one that was in Atlanta, I could see this, I had a good case of staph. And I just said, I'm not gonna go nowhere like this, you know. So he was bragging about that. I was like, man, I'm gonna catch this dude. I seen him one day in the hallways, we were taking pictures, and I just jumped up on him. And right away I could see how nervous he was. He's a deer in lights, stiff meister, you know. Similar to how he ended up tonight, stiff as a fucking board. It's the same way he was every time I seen him, man. So I got no respect for him, because if you could talk that shit like this, you gotta be able to do it in the FaceTime. If not, shut the fuck up, man. Because we don't even know if it's you the one typing, man. It's just fucking, he just throws shit on the wall and hopes that it sticks, you know?
It's obvious that you guys don't really love each other, but is there a chance that maybe one day you guys could drop the beef, or do you think is this a permanent thing?
Oh no, it's not beef, because if it was beef, it'd be different. I'd be at the front of his house waiting for him right now. It's not beef. This is just, I don't like my co-worker, we could say, but this is not beef, you know. This is just some idiot I don't like, you know. But my job, thank God, you guys gotta be jealous of this for me. I get to punch the co-workers I don't like in the face.
Thank you, man.
You got it.
Hey, George, right over here to your left. What's up, man? Aljamain Santos, Eagle Broadcasting. I don't think there's any kind of slow motion camera that can capture those, if they could, capture those 5 seconds. Where in those 5 seconds did you know that you had it in the bag?
As soon as that dude signed the contract, man. As soon as he was acting like he wanted to come forward, and I put my hands behind my back and like signal to him, and he was like, yeah, for sure, I'm putting my face in your crotch. I was like, all right, I got you, bro. For sure, I got you, bro. You're such a fucking fish, man.
Appreciate it, thank you.
You got it.
Jorge, right here. What did Dana say to you in the octagon after the finish?
Be nice to him. That's what I remember. I don't know, I'm sure he said a couple other things, you know, but he was just like, be nice to Ben. Be nice to him, man. You know? Because I was telling him, why'd you put me to fight with this guy? Because I believe in, a lot of the media also believed it, not a lot, but some of the media, that this was a step back for me. I've been fighting I fought Eve Edwards over 10 years ago, but that guy's a fucking fighter. That guy's a stud, bro. You guys might not know who Eve Edwards is. If you don't, shame on you. Go do some research. I've been fighting badasses for a long time. To get put in with this guy was a setback in a way, you know. I'm glad though. I'm gonna steal that fucking hype and go fight for my title now, because they were saying this is the greatest grappler ever. I think Joe Rogan said it's like grappling two guys. All the media was behind this guy. He's fucking 38-0, whatever the fucking bullshit record he has. You know, so he's obviously something in the grappling community. But to me, as far as fighting goes, he doesn't rank in my top 10 victories.
And then at Media Day, I brought up the fact that Dana said he wanted to build a PI in Puerto Rico, and you said...
I'm gone.
Yeah, and you said...
I'm gone. Puerto Rico, here I go.
Did you talk to Dana about that? You said you wanted to meet with him.
Nah, Dana ain't talked to me about that. He might be a little mad I did his boy Ben like that, man. I know those two are real close.
What happens if Colby wins next month? How do you determine who gets the title shot? How do you figure that out?
I don't know who if that's Dana, if that's Hunter, if that's Sean Shelby. I don't know of them who does it, but I think my body of work speaks for itself. If you want sheer violence, you know who to call. If you want other shit, man, fucking guys going to press conferences on time and posting on their shit, then you know who to call me. But if you want somebody who's gonna give you this fucking violence, you know who to call.
Thanks.
All right, guys, the attendance was 18,358. It was a sellout, $6.06 million gate. The performance of the night went to Masvidal, Nunes, Jan, and Yadong. They all won $50,000. Congratulations. Who's got the first question?
Dana, quick on Ben Askren. Have you gotten any medical?
Yeah, I should have jumped into that too. He's good. All of his stuff came back negative, so he's okay. I'm sure he's not okay, but he's,
good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
No question. Listen, before we get to tonight's fights, there was one outside the cage. There was a lot of commotion before Gilbert Melendez's fight. Nate Diaz out there in the crowd. Do you know exactly what happened? We couldn't see exactly from where we were.
They got into a fight, Khabib and Diaz, talking shit to each other back and forth, and everybody, broke it up. We moved Diaz, and then Diaz left after the Melendez fight.
Just verbal, or was there physical?
Verbal, no, verbal.
Okay, fair enough. I appreciate that.
Everybody got it before it became anything other than verbal.
Cool. Let's get your thoughts on the main event. I mean, maybe not the rousing finish you wanted, but another win for John Jones. I mean, what did you think about the fight itself?
Yeah, listen, in a night where there's record-breaking knockouts, knocking out people that have never been knocked out in MMA before, and things like that. I think the fans have that. You know how it is. The fans want to see all the crazy shit, but when you have two guys with everything on the line, one of the most coveted titles in the sport, the light heavyweight title has been one of the most important titles in the sport forever. These guys are fighting a hard fight, busting each other up. It's not the most popular way to win, but he won the fight.
It's a fight that you openly said you had wanted to see, and then you get this close result, split decision. Is a fight you want to see again?
No, I had John Jones winning that thing easily. When I heard it was a split decision, I was like, what the? That's nuts. So, yeah, he won the fight. The thing you got to understand too is when you're somebody like John, who, he's fought all, name the names in the light heavyweight division. He's fought them all, he's beat them all. He's had, we'll call it a hard life outside the octagon. And he comes back and continues to beat guys the way that he beat DC. He beat Smith. He just wins this fight against a very tough, durable, strong, powerful guy who came to win. It's a win, man. And these guys now that he's starting to face are younger than him, have been kinder to themselves outside the octagon than he has been. This is now in this stage of his career is what's really going to define him as the greatest.
I want to ask you about Amanda Nunes, another incredible performance by her tonight. The storyline kind of coming in was this is the last big star that she needed to beat, right? So she wins that way. Where do you go with her? I mean, is there anybody that makes sense for her to fight at 135, 145? What's next for her?
What does this remind you of? Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre, John Jones. You know, that's where she's at now. You know, she wants the Cyborg rematch, and you know, we're down to make the Cyborg rematch. So, you know, Cyborg always thinks that I'm being whatever to her, whatever. I'm not. If Cyborg, I don't blame Cyborg for not wanting this fight. I don't blame her. I'm not trying to say anything about her. If she doesn't want it, that's fine. There's always somebody else. You know, she's got both belts and she's willing to defend them both, and she's healthy. You know, you hear these people, it's like you guys were asking me a million times leading into the Cejudo fight and other fights that we've done this with, you know, what if they have both belts, they can't defend them, and I'll go in and I'll say they got to give up one belt. We gave them the opportunity, we thought they could do it. This woman, so even when you look at Cejudo, and again, he'll be fucking calling me in 20 minutes bitching at me about this one, but you know, it's like Cejudo fought up a higher weight class, and I mean, I told you guys that night, what he did in that second round, what he came back from was unbelievable, and I'm like, I'm gonna give it, but he got hurt in that fight. He's out now. He fought a big, strong kid, and now he's hurt. She's not hurt. You know what I mean? She's fighting all the best in the world, destroying them, and she's not hurt. She could. I just saw her skipping down the, you know, the hallway in the background when I was walking here. She's like in the best mood. You know, this woman is tough, man. She's unbelievable. Pound for pound, one of the greatest of all time. So, but there will be somebody next. If Cyborg doesn't want the fight, then there's somebody next.
Dave, the last one I want to ask you about was Diego Sanchez. A lot of that fight took place right in front of you. The corner work took place right in front of you. I just wonder kind of what your thoughts are on what happened with Diego tonight and on his future. I mean, I know you've always had a soft spot for him, but...
No, I love Diego Sanchez. I love everything about Diego Sanchez. And, you know, that kid is, when you talk about somebody who was put on this earth to fight, it's what this kid was born to do. He loves it so much. And you saw it tonight, the way that he was treated by the fans. The fans love this guy. And he fought, you know, Chiesa's going to be scary at that weight, man. He was huge, huge. And every time Diego tried to grapple with him, he couldn't. You know, he was overpowered. And Chiesa fought a good fight. Diego's, you know, like 14 years, 15 years, this guy's been in the UFC. It's amazing.
You think he should keep going?
Listen, he's not getting, you know, it's not like he got viciously knocked out. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I think Luke Rockhold should talk about hanging it up. You know, he broke his jaw tonight. So that's a second broken jaw. He's been knocked out viciously a few times here. Shin is all banged up. He had to have skin graft and all kinds of stuff. Just, he's had a good career. He's been a great fighter. I'd like to see him hang it up. And he's got another career that he's actually doing well at. It's not like he's like, everybody's a fucking model, right? I'm a model. That guy's actually really modeling for Ralph Lauren. So, good for him.
Dana, getting back to Diego Sanchez, before the fight, he made it sound like he really needed to have a really good showing because he was at the end of his deal. You guys plan on keeping him? I mean, you just said that you like having him around. You guys obviously plan on keeping him around, or?
Yeah. How old is Diego now? I don't know.
I believe he's, what, 37?
37? Yeah. This is one of those conversations where, you know, Diego's not getting viciously knocked out and everything else, but fighting is a young man's game. It's for young people, man. It's once you start to get older, you know, Father Time is undefeated. He kicks all of our asses, and you know, especially professional athletes. I care about the kid. I love the kid. So, you know, we need to have a serious conversation about what's next. And he doesn't have to have a great performance because it's the end of it. Diego Sanchez has helped build this sport, you know, just as much as, and he's one of the Ultimate Fighter 1 guys, which, you know how I feel about all those guys. So he's in no risk or fear of anything. You know, I would do anything for Diego. So.
And Holly Holm, as far as her losing this time, is it going to be harder for her to get another championship opportunity? What does it do for her because the fight went that way?
Yeah. Listen, I don't want to start going retirement crazy in here, but you know, she's had an amazing career. She is one of the sweetest human beings you can ever meet. And if you follow her on Instagram, she trains like a beast. You know, she's almost 40 years old and she's in ridiculous shape. The things that this woman can do physically with like the rings and, you know, gymnastics and all of that stuff is phenomenal. She's an incredible athlete. She's an incredible human being. I don't know. I think that she needs to take a look at, you know, what's next for her and what she thinks. I'm just saying that because I care about her. I care about her as a person. She's amazing. So.
Tell me what this win tonight means to you.
Means a lot. You know, like I said, my whole interview this weekend, this is about keep making history. Keep proving I'm better than all those girls in my division. And once again tonight, I prove it.
You were kind of feeling each other out a little bit back and forth early, and then right before that finishing sequence, you kind of smiled a little bit in there, it looked like. Do you remember what was going through your head? Did you think, I've got this figured out?
Because she showed up different tonight. I thought Holly's gonna move a lot. I thought she's gonna in and out, run a little bit, try to clinch me, but she showed up like, she stays still there. And like, I have to like, do something else, like I have to do plan B because my first will always chase her, and she like kind of show up different, and it was better for me how she show up tonight.
It was a little hard to hear for us in the cage. You said the high kick, you in the locker room, you just decided like you had this vision or you had this desire, you saw it. Well, explain that.
Honestly, me and my coach Catel, we've been doing this for so long, and in the actually was this weekend I was in the hotel room. Me and Nina like started like practice, like hook, straight, and finish with the leg kick because I knew she's gonna run that way. And every time before I sleep, like we always doing over and over. So like, Mai's gonna catch her with this one. I'm gonna doing this, and you know, like I have the best coach in the world, and we do this over and over. Was something that I have the whole time. I don't have a chance to show yet, but tonight was a good night to show. And I'm very happy about that.
No doubt. I know you want to enjoy tonight, but it's interesting. Next week, the Randome versus Ladd at 135. A few weeks later, Cyborg and Spencer at 145. Are you looking at those two fights? Is that kind of your plan, is to check those out as #1 contender fights? What's the plan for you?
Yeah, definitely I'm gonna be watching. You know, this is possible, can be my next opponent, and we'll see what's gonna happen on all those girls.
Amanda, congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you get a little fired up when you saw Masvidal, what he did, and you're coming out after that?
I did. He opened up for us. When I saw that, the energy was to the roof. I'm gonna go in there and do the same. And I did it. It was awesome.
Those kicks that she was giving you to the knee, they seemed like giving you a little bit of trouble for a while in the beginning, and then what was the adjustment you made to kind of get away?
Actually, I think the biggest problem with Holly tonight, she can't find her timer with me. Not even those kicks always be able to stop me because she don't have the right time to throw those kicks, and she was just throw that, you know, without meaning. And yeah, that's it. Don't hurt me at all. Actually, if she keep doing that, I will do something else because I start catch all the times that I needed to like really finish that fight.
You also landed a right hand. Do you remember that right hand, the straight right hand you landed? And it seemed like maybe that changed how she approached you as well. Did that right hand, do you think, hurt her at all?
I feel like my front kick was the big thing. When I landed that front kick, I saw she don't wanna that thing again, and I started working with my hand because I knew my next step would land again the same spot, and happened 2 or 3 more times, and she was hurting her belly. And after I connect, my right hand is like she got really worried about it, and I saw everything after that.
Amanda, tudo bem?
Scolding. Wow.
Amanda, você conversou com a mídia brasileira na terça-feira, né? Fez um hangout com a gente. E eu te perguntei sobre se o UFC tinha te oferecido uma luta com a Cris Cyborg. E você me disse, na coletiva de imprensa, eu vou vencer a luta e na coletiva eu te respondo, não vou te responder isso agora.
Sim, ele ofereceu, sim.
Como foi essa negociação? Por que a luta não...
Ele falou pra mim, tem a luta com a Cris, logo depois da luta com a Holly, você aceita? Eu falei, aceito. E no dia seguinte, quando eu fui na social media, ela assinou com outra luta, eu não entendi nada. Então eu não sei onde é que tá o erro aí, não sei qual foi a negociação entre eles. Mas eles me ofereceram a luta, sim.
No dia seguinte ela já estava com uma outra luta.
Não entendi nada.
Bom, minha outra pergunta, Amanda. Você venceu a Cyborg, a Misha, a Holly, a Germaine e a Holly. São 5 ex-campeãs do UFC, todas elas no primeiro round. E você muito tem se falado sobre o seu legado, você clama que é a melhor lutadora de todos os tempos do UFC. O Dana hoje, inclusive, disse que você é uma incluindo com os homens, nível de Anderson Silva, St. Pierre, enfim. De olho nisso, que tipo de próximo degrau você pode ter? Posso assumir que a Valentina, sendo a única que você só venceu por pontos, possa ser o seu próximo degrau?
Velho, ela teve duas chances pra ganhar pra mim. Nenhuma das duas ela provou nada, que era melhor que eu. Você assistiu a luta? Então, eu acho que já passou. Vamos ver o nosso próximo passo daqui pra frente. Eu acho que eu provei 2 vezes que eu sou melhor que ela. Tudo bem, aquela luta talvez eu queria ir por 5 rounds, por que não? É obrigado a finalizar a luta? Todas? Não, eu posso, através daquela luta, trazer alguma coisa, acrescentar alguma coisa no meu game plan. E aquela luta com a Valentina, realmente eu queria isso. Eu queria ir 5 rounds com a menina dura e cheguei lá para provar, mais uma vez, que eu chego aos 5 rounds com uma pessoa duríssima e ganhei a luta, as 2 lutas. Foi assistidas várias vezes por mim e os meus coaches e eu ganhei todas as 2 lutas, sem dúvida nenhuma.
Então, se eu te perguntar qual seria óbvio que você acabou de vencer uma luta, mas qual seria o próximo degrau?
Tomar uma cerveja, relaxar e depois eu vejo isso aí.
Okay.
Obrigada, viu?
Amanda, Aljamain Santos from Eagle Broadcasting. I wanted to commend you on a great fight.
Thank you.
And you've got quite a list of people that you've gone through to be where you're at right now, and there's not a lot of people that can say that. What message would you like to send to women in the sport or women in general after your great performance tonight?
Honestly, I'm very happy with my life. I keep repeating the same thing. It's a fun ride, you know. My life being a fun ride to watch and look back, and then I see the message that I let out there for all those girls who want to start doing MMA. Is like, just believe in yourself, you know. Training, you know, train with the best. Find the best gym to start doing this the right thing. And yeah, I feel like I'm happy, and what a night, huh?
Yes.
I want to watch again. It's like, it's unbelievable. I'm very happy, and that's it.
Okay, I got one more question for you. You said that if you could relive this night, if you've gone through all the other fighters in the weight class, is there anybody that you previously fought that you would give another chance at the title?
Honestly, tonight is my night. I don't even want to think about nobody right now. I just want to go through, enjoy every single moment tonight, and I really like, this is my moment. I think about me right now. I'm so happy. And my coach, my teammates, my family, everybody's so happy right now. I can't think about nobody else, just me right now. And all those people really was there for me, believing with me, and went through all those things in my career, up and downs, and still like believing in me. And they always tell me, you're gonna be the greatest one day. I believe in you. And now I wanna share with those people, and I only think about them right now, honest.
Amanda, the timing of your kick was perfect. What did she do to make you think, I gotta do this right now, this is time?
You know, I repeat a couple times, hook and straight. She always run that way. And then I hear my coach, like, Amanda, finish with the kick, the next one, all right? And I was like, prepare. I saw she was scared of my hand the whole time. And when I did it again, I followed the kick, and that was amazing feeling right there. I always wanna use my kicks more in the fights. Tonight was a perfect day with a perfect opponent to like show I really have a good kick as well.
Were you surprised that it ended so fast? Did you expect a longer fight?
No, actually, I was surprised how Holly showed up. I thought she's gonna move a lot in this fight, like she always does. But tonight I feel like she really was kind of stopped in front of me, and I have to plan something else. Like, wow, I don't expect that. I thought she's gonna like run in and out like she always does, and I have to go to a plan B, and I got the finish.
I know you say you don't want to think about anybody else, but was that so easy that you would never probably fight her again, or would you consider that?
Holly?
Yes.
No, I don't think it was easy. I think it was, I have a very good timing, you know? I got the right moment. I didn't even know, I didn't even think Holly expected that, you know? But we all know Holly's pretty tough opponent. But tonight was my night.
Would you consider fighting her again?
Let's the division like run, you know. I wanna see all those girls really work hard to be in the top 10. I feel like now Holly's gonna go back to the line and fight more. You know, she's a great fighter. I know she can do. But I look forward now. I look to see all the opponents. Those girls waited so much, you know.
Yeah.
Like they have to have a chance as well.
But when you look at the division, from the outside looking in, it doesn't look like there's anybody who can challenge you. And I know you probably would like a good challenge, but name them if do you know anybody who can challenge you?
We will see. You know, these next couple days, for sure, you're gonna have the next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amanda, congratulations.
Thank you.
What's the difference with the Amanda who lose with Canzingano and this Amanda champ?
My mind. I think like a champ.
Thank you.
Oh, I heard the seat, but...
I know. Thank you. What was it that fight?
Oh my goodness.
Sean, congratulations on another victory. You know, afterwards you kind of were apologetic to a degree, right? That you didn't necessarily deliver what you wanted. So in your head, do you feel like this was a disappointing performance or a subpar performance from you?
It would be disrespectful to Thiago and his great team to say that it was a subpar performance. I met a fighter who came game. You know, he's a black belt in Muay Thai. He's been doing it for a long time. And I fought him where he is comfortable. And as a result, I have sore feet and sore legs. But I'm very grateful that I came out on top.
He came in a wheelchair as well. I'm just curious, as the fight was progressing, how aware were you of his physical condition, and was it just his power that kept you from really, you know, opening up the arsenal and really seeking that finish?
Yeah, you know, he was extremely powerful. You know, his kicks were powerful, his punches were powerful. And I wanted to play a smart game. it probably would have been a lot smarter to get him to the ground and test him there. But I felt like I was winning at what he was absolute best at, you know. I feel like his team had him optimally prepared. His cardio was great. His punches and kicks were great. And I felt like that was his best, you know, that was his best. And I found a way to win on the feet at what he's absolute best at. And so in a rematch, if that were to happen, obviously I need to make some adjustments and make smarter choices. Look for maybe attack him where he's a little weaker. But I am proud because his kickboxing and his stand-up is what he's known for. I faced it head-on, 25 minutes, and I found a way to come out on top. So.
Did you know he was hurt?
Yeah. I felt like in the first round he kicked me, and I checked the kick, and I felt like maybe he hurt his foot, but I haven't seen any injury reports. What is his injury?
I think his knee, he said.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know his knee was hurt at all. I figured he maybe hurt his foot. I remember in the first round, he threw a right leg kick, and I checked outside, and I thought it was his foot that was hurt, but it's good to know it was his knee.
So you get to the decision, you line up, they start reading the split result, they read a score for him. What's going through your mind at that point?
I was like, please, not like this, you know? I was confident that I won the fight. My coaches wouldn't lie to me. They said, John, we feel like you won every round. So I was just extremely grateful. Honestly, to have a fight like that is extremely humbling. It drives me to study more, you know, work harder, and take the game even more seriously. That was a good warning for me tonight.
And last thing for me, John, what is your physical condition? We haven't seen an injury report on you. You just said sore feet, but what's the status and what does it mean for your return, this busy stretch that you're on? Give us the idea what's next.
Right now my feet are hurt. Both shins are swollen, but nothing's injured. Things just hurt, and that's what you get when you stand with a Muay Thai black belt. You're gonna do a lot of shin and feet colliding, and it's a small price to pay for this great victory.
John, I know before coming out here, we had talked, and you were talking about how powerful he was. Did he exceed your expectations?
Yeah, he did. Honestly, I would have to say he's the most powerful guy I've ever fought. I blocked almost all of his face punches. I think maybe 2 of them actually landed on me. And boy, he knocked my mouthpiece out. Even when I was blocking, it was making my defense rock side to side. Very powerful. I think Thiago represented his team, his country so well. I wish nothing but the best for Thiago. I think when he gets back to Brazil, people need to give him a parade or do something really special for him. He should be very, very proud of himself. He handled it. He handled defeat like a man. He came up, gave me a big old hug, and it's just like, man, sorry for some of the negative things I said about you before the fight, and that was something I wasn't expecting. And he was like, man, when you ever come down to Rio, I'm taking you out. I was like, I will definitely party with you. He was cool, man. My type of guy.
Hey, John. Over here, dude. Full rep time.
All right.
Good to see you. Congratulations tonight.
Thank you, mate.
So, obviously you were throwing in a few super special moves out there. Were you inspired tonight by Jorge Masvidal's flying knee when you threw yours?
No, I've been working on flying knees. I've been working on that a lot. Maybe somewhere subconsciously, him throwing one is why I went for one, but that's something we practice a lot. I thought the moment would be there, which it was. I'm not sure if it actually landed on him or not. I gotta go back and watch it. But with a little bit more belief, I probably would have caught him with it. But yeah.
Thanks a lot, man.
That's it. Easy day.